Yes, dear. We came to this point of consciousness and mathematics. So tell me more.
Um, well, give me another more specific question.
So I understand. I have this experience of nothing and everything. That zero multiplied by
Infinity.
infinity, and so on. So this I really understand, and I have this experience in my life. But then now you are talking about this connection of these pixels, the black and white, and the extreme blacks and extreme whites. But in the middle they mix.
First, I'm going to describe a particular aspect about cameras, because the chip on a camera has so many pixels, you know, maybe 100 megapixels, 10 megapixels, or whatever. And the way to simply understand it, you can. It gets more complicated when you add color. You get more bits per pixel. But for simple understanding, if you just have black and white pixels, and let's say you have 10,000 pixels, and so the number of total different combinations of black and white pixels is, you can calculate, would be 2 to the 10,000 power, which is a huge number.
Yeah.
And at the end of like the would be, say, a pure white picture,
Yeah.
right? Because you know, at the other extreme would be pure black,
black, yeah.
because it's all black filled
Yeah.
in. And as you move in more complicated combinations, you'll get this high average of just random
Yes.
pixels. But this number is very huge. No computer can calculate that.
Yes.
But yet it's a finite number of different pictures that any given digital camera can take.
Yes.
When you add color, you get more combinations,
Yeah.
but the idea is all binary and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So that camera model I call pseudo infinity,
Okay.
because I'll give you an example. When you have all of it up, let's say in binary, it's all zeros and ones, 0, 1. And when you add, when it's all filled up with ones, which
Yes.
would be, let's say, black, say, and you add 1 to it in binary, it resets everything to 0, and the 1 isn't in that thing, so it resets what. But in case it would take billions and trillions and billions of universe years
Wow.
for it to I can set up a very simple, what's called binary bit add program that would do it, but it would take forever for us.
Yeah.
So it's like pseudo infinity.
Yeah.
It's not real infinity.
Yeah.
From that concept, I mathematically and some other stuff that there was John Lilly. He was the dolphin guy, and I read his book, Programming and Metaprogramming of the Human Biocomputer, and I get to meet him once. You know, and I had a half-hour telepathic conversation with him, and he told me, read the Laws of Form by G. Spencer Brown, and that's the one where you take emptiness and you make a mark, which is like, but that's a conscious intent.
Yes.
And out of that, you can generate all kinds of Anyway, it's very interesting, and all these ideas converge. So I took the idea of shrinking in mathematics. I'm a mathematician. Mathematical points have there's no dimension, 0. So I call them 0 pixels, but the pixels have the essence of form.
Yes.
And then the missing pixel has the essence of pure emptiness.
Yes.
And when I do that, I generate all possible combinations of form and emptiness. But they also, I have attributes such as properties, laws, physics.
Yeah.
And so when I do this, it goes to the third level of infinity, basically. But in that, there's all possible mathematics, all possible thoughts, all possible randomness. Anything we can think about is in this. And this thing has amazed me, and like because I go into this state, and I can grab particulars. I can grab non-computable fractals. I can grab all kinds of weird things. I can create universes out of cockroaches shrunken down, whatever. Things that don't exist, right? But weird things, you know, or, you know, anyway. So this thing is blowing me away, but this thing exists as outside, but it's eternal object, but it has not only static everything, it has me doing this right now, you talking and all that, it's all in there.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
And plus all this random everything, it's all there, you know, it's all there. And the human mind is able to make contact. I call it contact with all there is ising. It goes in some of the gurus, India, you know, and they from a state of emptiness and form Maya and all that stuff. But we live in this.
Yes.
But we have also the state of joining the oneness of all.
Yes.
And so, and anyway, anyway, this is where this is what I've discovered, because for me, nothing is invented. It's all discovered out of all infinite possibilities.
So everything exists. We only
and
become aware of something.
We're grabbing little aspects in our quantum physics and all that kind of stuff. It's all in there.
Yeah. So nobody discovered anything.
We discover when we walk around in reality.
Yeah, our antenna. Our antenna.
I discovered these ants. Whatever. But in mathematics, we discover things too. You know, it's not like you know. Where does the cube come from? Where does it's all in there. It's all possible patterns.
We bring it to our knowledge for whatever is our discovery.
Yeah, but I mean, it's infinite.
Yes.
Yes. But our reality has a tendency to be, what do I call it? It's got spaces in it, and it's called like and 4 dimensions is unique because in mathematics there's an uncountable infinity of different types of 4 dimensions, and it's very unique. When you go to higher dimensions, it's actually simpler in some aspect, even though all the higher dimensions exist, you know, and you know whatever, and some may be real for us and not. And string theory, they shrink down dimensions, and then they have little vibrating string stuff, but all of this stuff that I'm talking about is in what I've discovered. You know, it's everything, all possible thoughts.
Wow, that's amazing. In my experience, I had perception of something that probably human vocabulary cannot explain, because it looks like human vocabulary is very poor to explain certain phenomena.
Nobody understands anything completely.
Yes, precisely. When what my experience had been when I don't know, somehow it's not a space where the body is, but I'm aware of this everything and nothing, where there is not good or bad, or there is not a ugly or beautiful, or all these dualities, but there is this everything and nothing.
Well, everything and nothing is the mystical one-many problem, and everything you can go to infinity on everything, because that's you know, whatever, numbers and all that stuff.
But is perceived while living in the human body in a certain, probably I call it full presence.
Well, yeah. The gurus, India, you know, like Papaji, he people used to go visit him, and they'd have an enlightenment. He would put them in the state of pure emptiness, and,
Wow.
and be and present. And it's something everybody's in, but they get the Klingons and they jump and they lose that.
Yes.
So if
exactly.
you let it go, and that pure meditation, okay, you're in that state.
Yeah, I've had these states while giving sessions in the water, where somehow I'm not in the body, but somehow I can see with eyes which are not the eyes, these two people in the water, but in the meantime, when I come back to the body, I recognize something. I never crave for it. I don't want to go back there. And sometimes
Let's say that again.
I don't crave to go back in this state of everything and nothing, wanting to be there again. So when I'm back, let's say my body, my duality and all this stuff, it happens that sometimes just sitting, doing nothing and boom, I have this perception of everything and nothing. And then back. So it means that I didn't crave it.
Well, it's
but
always there.
Always coming because
It's
always
al-
there.
no, it's always there. You just yeah. And that's the one many problem from the Greek
One
Greek
many.
time, and it's still
One many
mystical.
problem. One
But now you don't throw away the money. You don't the many. You don't throw it away. You don't throw
Yeah.
anything away, and
Yes,
it's
yes,
both. And but you can kind of flip the coin, so to speak, into
Yeah.
the state of this,
Yeah.
and then when you're into let's say words, we're talking. You know,
Yeah.
where does my words come from? I mean,
This is a good point, yeah.
The words coming out of my mouth right now. I mean, I'm not consciously selecting them. All that stuff.
Please tell me this. This is a mystery to me.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
are these words coming from?
Where do you come from? Yeah.
Please, can you tell me something about
They
it?
come from emptiness. And as a manifestation, as a measure, as a you know, and but you can talk without talking.
Oh, good point.
You can talk without
That's
talking.
true.
You can be in the emptiness, and you're not paying attention. I mean, I could grab the word, but then I've lost my attention.
Precisely.
You know,
So
but when I grab a word,
So the telepathy would be that
Yeah.
stage of
okay,
speaking without
you just
speaking.
mentioned telepathy.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
Yeah. We
Telepathy.
gave a name. We gave a
Yeah,
name.
yeah. But okay, so now since I grabbed that, you shifted my thought pattern. My pregnant story about telepathy
Want to
in
give
my
birth.
communication just came out, and I still haven't lost the emptiness here. Okay. Very interesting, right? You
Yes.
see, I mean, to me, everything is amazing for me.
Oh,
Our reality, they call it Maya, but it's amazing.
yeah.
We live in it, we do this, we do stuff, and
Such a wonderful wonder. It's
and,
a wor-
and the emptiness is everything. I mean, I'm in love with everything and nothing. It's beautiful.
So the life of wandering, just we wonder because
Yeah.
is there, and it's get transformed.
Well,
into something.
okay. Nature is very nice
Example.
because
Yeah.
if you're stressed out, whatever, take a nature walk, you know, and after a while, okay, you might have a Klingon in your mind. A Klingon is
Yes.
something you loop, and when you're maybe
So
it's a
you disconnect from the emptiness.
What-
And then,
well, yeah, but let's say I'm in the loop, you know, okay, and then I remember that I can drop the loop,
yes.
and then the loop drops, but there's a danger from looping. When you loop pleasure, it's better than looping pain and suffering. It's
Yes.
better than looping anger,
Yeah.
and it just feeds on itself.
Yeah.
So you drop it, and that's like they have the Sedona method. The person developed a method, and he became kind of semi-enlightened, you know, and
Yeah.
just be able to drop it, you know. Yeah, and
So it's called the
it's the
Sedona.
Sedona method. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had a lady from China.
Mhm.
She came to Sedona because he stayed here. This was a long time ago, and I knew a person that used to hang out with the guy that actually started it.
Yeah.
And anyway, she came here, and then through synchronicity, which I have with a lot of stuff, she came, and this person called me to say that she stay.
Yeah.
So this Chinese lady from interior China, you know, but she taught the Sedona method in China, and she wanted to get more information, and so she came here from China, and so she stayed here for about 3 weeks, and so we have synchronicity, you know, it was amazing. And so now she's a friend of mine in China, you know.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So you said that into this nothing and everything, we mark a point with our consciousness. And for marking this point,
yeah, that's the laws of form. G. Spencer found and it relates to my construction of all possible. All there is ising with all possible. The ising part is that there's everything static, kinky, knotty, all kinds of spaces. I mean, I tie knots in my brain to visualize, and I can untie them in my. Yeah. So I took Tibetan Buddhism visualization, so that and also I can go into insect bodies or animal bodies and do a rendering what it's like to be an ant or a spider, and then I read the science and I get better. But it's not actually, but it gives me a connection with all life forms.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. A lot of people don't like flies that much, you know.
Yes.
Well, I jumped into a fly maggot body.
Okay.
Fly maggot body.
Okay.
And you know, there's. I mean, I've done worm. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But I was in the fly maggot, and I hatched into a fly. Mm-hmm. And then the fly was inside the house here. And as a fly, I flew up to the ceiling and landed on the ceiling, and I was, it's amazing. And a fly is very, you know, you try to catch a fly, they're a little quicker with time, so they're hard to catch, you know. So I do all the different animals, elephants, whatever they are, you know. What? So dog sniffing air in a car. With the nose out, I think I told you that story.
No.
Well, I did. Okay. Well, when dogs are running, they sniff things and they have smell-o-vision.
Yes.
They get visuals of the animals or thing they smell because they, you know, they whatever, they have sight and smell, strong connection. So I was very happy as the dog with my nose out the back window in the car, and I'm sniffing and real. Oh, there's the rabbit. What? Oh, there's a what? And I was so excited because I couldn't run that fast to get that kind of experience. So this dog is this always.
Wonderful! Wow.
Anyway, that's it.
Yes, sir.
I call that my bioimagination practice, which is good.
Yes, so you are experiencing this vast way of perceiving these realities from.
Yeah, I'm very interested.
Different angles. Because
I'm very interested
angles.
In the subjective experience of every point in the universe, looking out from that point, and then as the whole universe being knowing everything all at once. So that's the one, and then all the infinite many. I don't throw anything away.
It's amazing, Gary. It's amazing, Gary, just to see you expressing, not only with your words, but expressing with your body. I see.
Well, you do that too.
I'm just copying you. How when you talk about universe and you express it through your expression.
See, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yes, so
I have to wash my hands. If I wash my hands, I can't do it.
So when you're being the dog, and then you're putting your finger here to express the third eye, probably, I guess, and so I could have go back there and to receive whatever you are saying, if you would not say anything, but just with your body expression, and meanwhile knowing that you are so-called 86-year-old and climbing mountains in barefoot and experiencing there is this mountain there on the back and looks like nobody can go there. You tell me that, oh, you can go up there so easily, and then you can go just straight up and then going down through the different.
Yeah,
parts.
I don't do ropes. I
Wow.
don't do rope climbing.
Without rope.
But I watch the rope climbers do this, and they're I talk to them a lot. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want to take up that one, but I do. It's more dangerous what I do, but I have to be very mindful.
Yes, this is mindfulness.
Yeah, and I like to wear my barefoot shoes
Yes.
because with barefoot shoes, they're very thin, but you can walk on rock very good because they mold you
Yes,
better.
yes.
And
But you avoid,
but
you
when
avoid to cut
if
yourself.
you walk on a stone, you're gonna feel it.
Yes.
So it's not as bad as barefoot.
Yes.
Like, you have to watch Naked
Yes,
and Afraid.
yes,
They all
yeah.
walk barefoot and that whatever.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. So, yeah, I would love to experience. Tell some of your experience on barefoot walking on this.
Yeah,
Sedona.
on certain parts I do the barefoot walking.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll be so
Well,
happy
sometimes
to
barefoot.
do some
naked.
experience with
Sometimes
you.
barefoot.
In these
naked.
days, I'm so fortunate to be here.
Yeah. Right. Everything is a joy if you get the right frame of reference, and watch out for the Klingons.
Yes.
You know, because if you're doing a worry Klingon, you're creating negative chemicals.
Yes.
Anger, not good chemicals in your brain.
So the clinging creates these chemics which are negative, which are acids, which are bad for your body also.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And this is, I guess, is proven into the chemics and into the.
Yeah, I was a self-taught chemist in high school,
Mhm.
and I used to make all kinds of things, and but then I actually became a mathematician because I don't know, that's where it led me. You know, when I got my degree, and
Yeah.
I was working on my PhD in math, but I didn't finish it because I got married to a Costa Rican, and I had started having kids, and
Yeah.
then whatever. And
You got busy sometimes.
yeah, I got busy.
Yeah.
But I worked at Motorola for 33 years, at Motorola plant.
So now I found someone whom to blame about these phones. We all day on these phones, and we're getting busy and not.
Well,
not
the
being-
only thing left, Motorola sold off a lot of the companies.
Yeah.
The son of the founder, he started selling off companies. That was a big mistake.
Yeah.
But there is a Motorola Solutions, is the residual, and they make the self and all that stuff, and so they're doing well. So I have a whatever. But the company was shrunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, stuff happens.
Yeah. Okay. I will be here and still I'm a thief in this case. Still all this beauty, all this information, and being wondering and listen to it later. But I don't think that I can do it with this iPhone. So the space is limited, I guess.
Okay.
So I just
Yeah, just
switch it. And
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so lucky.
Was I clear in that?
I guess so. Let me see. Yes, and look, I just want to. You are so close, and look at the mountains where he rock up these mountains right on the back of the yard with barefoot, just straight up.